Representing the last public-facing preview ahead of the full release means that new features and changes in Android 13 Beta 4, which is available now, are really few and far between. But let's discuss what this means and when we could see the full, stable release of Google's next mobile OS. Our Android 13 beta coverage is brought to you by Phoenix, the minimal, lightweight, razor-thin case designed to enhance the look and feel of your phone without adding any extra bulk. Phoenix makes cases for those that want to show off their phone while still keeping it protected. You won't even notice the case is on until it falls to the ground and you notice it's done its job. There's a protective bumper surrounding the camera so that when you set down your phone or even drop it, the camera itself will be protected from scuffs and scrapes. And now, to celebrate the launch of the brand new navy blue case for Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, you can get 20% off the entire lineup with code 95Google at phoenix.shop or via the link in the description. Instead of hiding your phone in a thick rubber case, don't be a fat pocket Freddy and try a Phoenix case for yourself. So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Android 13 Beta 4 is really distinctly lacking in new content and overall UI changes. At least any that are user-facing of note, that is. Sure, there are likely a few minor things here and there, little tweaks, but nothing that is really majorly notable or will hugely impact day-to-day performance and overall stability and usability. In fact, this is a fairly stable update. If at least you've downloaded and sideloaded, I think you might be able to run this on your main device without too many hiccups or major problems. If you do sideload or even download the OTA after getting a notification on your phone, that means you should be running software build TPB4 220624.005. So it seems that this particular build was just finalized a few days after Beta 3.3 released, and maybe that means that Beta 3.3 was supposed to be this version Beta 4. I guess we'll never actually know. Although I have mentioned stability, there's one little thing that has been around for a little while, and it is a small quirk with the fingerprint scanner if you do adjust the DPI above 600, which ordinarily on a smartphone you wouldn't do anyway. If you do this, the scanner icon kind of goes off to the side if you have a in-display fingerprint scanner, and if you tap it, hilariously, the scanner on your Pixel 6 series device may light up. That's one of the only prominent bugs that we've seen at this stage. If you've spotted any of your own though, please let us know down in the comment sections below. It's always interesting to know what bugs are hanging around. To be fair, Android 13 has been fairly stable so far this year in the beta form, although it wasn't necessarily during the developer preview phase, so we've got to give kudos to Google for that. It's also worth noting that we didn't really cover them in depth, but we had Beta 3.2 and Beta 3.3 updates that actually brought a few little changes of their own, and those included things such as a couple of tweaks to the Pixel Tips layout, some tweaks to the system clipboard, which is now fully handled by the left corner overlay, and then a full screen editor for any content that you do copy. The direct share option was removed in Beta 3.2, but Beta 3.3 did restore that, so you can quickly just copy text and then tap that share button in the bottom left to send that to any apps or any contacts that you do have on your phone. A few extra changes were also added with 3.2 to the Pixel launcher, including the new Google Lens camera icon, and the Always Show keyboard option also returned when you swipe up into the app drawer with the Pixel launcher. The 3.3 release also did add the Android 13 Easter egg. It's emoji laden, and we do have a dedicated video of that. So if you want to learn how to access it and what it looks like in its full guise, then you can go check that video out. Should be on screen and down in the description below. So that's the timeline from Beta 3 to Beta 4. I think it would be remiss if we didn't mention that. We didn't expect much more with this update, and Google has decided that we don't need much as well. You're probably wondering just what this means for a full Android 13 release. Well, we actually hit platform stability with Beta 3, and everything since has just been tweaks and tuning with mostly under the hood alterations. Everything else is now pretty much done and dusted in its final forms. Realistically though, this means that we could actually see the fully formed and post-beta release as early as next month, so potentially August 2022. Ordinarily, or at least based upon past years, we would see the full Android release launching in around September. So if this does actually happen, this could be the earliest ever stable Android release in the history of the mobile OS, and obviously that doesn't include those 0.1 mid-cycle releases such as Android 12.1 and in prior years gone by. We'd say though that August 2022 release date, take that with a grain of salt, as sadly we don't have a crystal ball, and it could come in September as it always has done before. I'm sure that some of you would like that, as it gives you a little bit extra time to get used to it, but it would be pretty weird if we did see such a delay from the end of the beta phase to the full release, especially given just how long it took Android 12 to arrive last year, which we know, of course, was to wait for the Pixel 6 series, which relaunched the entire series as a whole, and obviously caused a lot of problems for some people out there. We wouldn't expect Google to do that again, but again, always, things can change. We don't have a crystal ball, as I mentioned. That basically wraps up the entirety of our Android 13 developer preview, then beta coverage for the year in its entirety. We will have a deep dive into everything new in the full stable Android release once this does arrive though, so stay tuned for that. If you're personally wondering if you should go out and install this on your own device or run Android 13 Beta 4 on your Pixel, at least now I'd say it probably is going to be absolutely fine, and I don't think there's too many issues. I've been happily enjoying this on my Pixel 6 from Beta 2 onwards with no major issues, save a few little problems that have since been resolved. It is pretty stable, as I mentioned, but please do install with caution. It is still a public preview rather than a full release, and that means you can encounter small bugs here and there. At this point though, I want to ask you, have you been running Android 13 Beta or the Android 13 Beta releases on your devices? Do you have a new favourite function or feature, or have you found something that we might have missed? Let me know down in the comment sections below, but until next time, this is Damien with 95 Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later. Completely forgot to mention, if you want to download our exclusive Android 13 Beta 4 wallpapers, you can find a link to that down in the description below to help celebrate launching of this latest Android 13 Beta. So be sure to check that link out in the description below if you want to grab any of these wallpapers for yourself. Our Android 13 Beta coverage has been brought to you by Phoenix, the ultra lightweight case maker. Each case is completely branding free for a sleek look that doesn't detract or distract from the main event, your Pixel 6. On top of that, all cases ship in just one business day and are even backed by a 100% money back guarantee if you're not completely satisfied, which we're sure you will be. Head to the link in the description to learn more and get 20% off your own Phoenix case for your Android phone.